Many of us across the country and here in the Bay Area, inflation in the U.S. is slowing down. The Labor Department issued new economic numbers that may give the Federal Reserve something to think about. KTVU's James Torres breaks down the Consumer Price Index report.
What we're learning from this morning's report could help the Federal Reserve determine what we do with interest rates later this year. That could affect mortgages, car loans, and maybe even bring relief to prices at the gas pump and the grocery store.
I would say that today's a good sign.
Experts in the finance world like the news from the Consumer Price Index this morning. Two numbers to pay attention to, the headline and the core. The headline, inflation, did not increase month to month for the first time all year, staying at 3.3%, meaning all the places you spend money, food, energy, travel, and housing, is about 3.3% more expensive this past May compared to May of last year. The Fed wants that number to be around 2%. The core inflation, excluding food and energy, rose 2%, which is slower than expected.
The big bugaboo in the numbers was what they call shelter. Housing-related costs still seem to be way high, over 5%, about 5.4% on a year-over-year basis. And of course, those of us in the Bay Area know full well that that's a disturbing reality.
The report says food is up 0.1%, but energy is down 2%. Though the numbers look good, it's not something you'll notice in your wallet today.
I'm getting older now, and I'm growing up, right? I'm 20 now, so I live in my own apartment. I buy my own groceries. I do all these things, and it feels like each month is getting higher and higher.
I think I noticed a little fluctuation in the gas. It went down a little bit, but that's just one aspect of life, right? So there's so many other aspects that are steady or getting more expensive.
The report may help the Fed gain confidence on whether to decide to cut interest rates later this year. Experts say this report is off to a good start, but the Fed is not in any rush until it sees a bigger improvement.
We know that inflation is not going up as fast as we expected. My suggestion has always been not to look too closely at the month-over-month numbers, but to look at the year-over-year numbers. If you and I were having this conversation a year ago, the Consumer Price Index and the PCE would be about 6%. If we were having this conversation 2 years ago, it would be 8 or 9%.
I'm James Torres, KTVU, Fox 2 News.